Alright, boys and girls, welcome back to the drive-thru. Once I show you how this is done, it's going to bring back terrible memories of Algebra 1 Math Visions projects. So, I know. But watch, you've done things just like this before. That's really all I'm saying. But this is a very weirdly worded question. Now, I like it because, pendulums happen all the time. A pendulum just means we go back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. Right? And what is R.I.P. this ride at Kings Island? No, Delirium's still there. I love Delirium. But what was the original pendulum ride at Kings Island? The Viking ship, dog. Remember it is? The Viking ship is still there? I thought they tore it down and built a beer gardens. Well, we got to go on the Viking ship sometime. All right, here we go. So, what's happening in this pendulum is that each time it swings, it loses a little momentum because usually like resistance, mechanical resistance, friction, whatever. So, we know that the 20th slot, this is what's confusing, is 20 inches. So the length of the swing was 20 inches in the 20th swing, okay? The 21st swing, that's the one we don't know. But we do know that the 22nd swing was 18.5. What do we typically call things in math if we don't know them? We call them X. So we'll take that out and put an X. Now, how are we getting from one thing to another since this is a geometric? We're multiplying by something. This is what's weird. So we're going to multiply by something to get to that one. And then we're going to multiply by something to get to that one, right? Okay, so I'm actually going to take this X back out of there. And leave it I'll leave it a question mark for now. I think it makes actually more sense as the question mark. So 20 times something times the same thing equals 18.5. So then you get 20x squared is 18.5. And then divide it side by 20, and you get x squared is what, Carson? 0.925. 0.925. How do you get rid of squaring? Square root. And you get x is? 0.961769. 0.961769. That's not the answer to the question, though. They want to know what is the missing term. So how are we going to find the missing term? We're going to do 20 times this. Okay, so just leave it in your calculator. Okay. What do you get?
Then we multiply it by...
Times 20.
20, and we get 19.23.
No, keep going. 19.23 what?
538.
Yeah, so you wouldn't call it 23. If you were going to round it, you wouldn't call it 23. You'd call it 24. Okay? Now, take that number in your calculator and multiply it by this. It better give you 18.5. Or we rounded it incorrectly. You might want to just go up and hit enter. Good. So that's a good way to check your answer. All right. So now we can do B, C, and D a lot quicker now. I'll do B. Let's see. Down here. So let me see the... So for B, it's going to be 27. 27 is our first entry, right? No. Yeah. Times x squared equals 3. So we go 3. So x squared is 1/9. And so x is a third. So when we take, let's see, 27 and multiply it by a third, we get 9. And we take 9 and multiply by a third. So the next term would be 9. So the answer to B is 9. The answer to A was 19.235. So now let's go over and do C over here. What's the equation for C going to be?
25x squared equals 1.
25x squared equals 1. So x squared is 1/25.
And after squaring it, it is
1/5.
Yeah.
Okay. So then the next term in C should be 5 times 25,
So that's going to be 5.
which is 5. The weird thing here is that A was the hardest one.
Yeah.
And then here we go. Letter D. 18x squared equals 2. X squared is 2/18, which is 1/9.
And we get 1/3 again.
X is once again a third, so the answer to this question is 1/3 of 18.
That is
6.
Yeah.
Appreciate you asking this question. It's a great question to ask. Keep 'em. Boo.